Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3 of our ManyChat uh, mini course almost. And today we are going to cover landing pages and how you can use the growth tool called landing page and put it on your landing page. So let's get started with that. Before we get started, yesterday or in the previous video, which is part 2, I had gone over the growth tool right here, which was the page takeover. In this page takeover, we had gone over the option where I had installed this on, so let me refresh my memory and yours a little bit. So we had installed this on my website, the wedding planner, and between doing this yesterday and today, believe it or not, I've had a couple of subscribers who signed up for this messenger. I didn't even know that I was sending traffic to this website, and that's the power of Facebook Messenger, where if somebody sees this button, they're going to click it because everybody wants instant response, and your bot should be sending those instant responses. So that was awesome, right? I have two subscribers that I didn't even expect, so now I can sell them on this wedding planning course called Trello, or use Trello to plan your wedding, and I didn't even expect it, and that was awesome. So that was just a quick win I wanted to share with everyone. I know we get so bogged down and we are cooped in into our, well, right now I'm in my closet because that's the only office space I could find. But wherever you are, hats off to you for trying to make this happen. My wife and I have created our course by going to the library, by doing it in our closet. I sat at a Dunkin' Donuts planning the course, and I know it's tough. It is hard to get this content out there, and hats off to you. I appreciate you doing that and doing this journey, and I'm in this with you. We're doing this journey together. So I just want to show you everything that I experiment with, and most of it might not work for me, but maybe it'll work for you. Maybe one of the things I show you here might click for you, and that could be the difference that you need to get your course up and running, get your business up and running. So learn from my experience and my mistakes, and we'll make some of those mistakes together, and that's how we learn and grow. So let's go back to our growth tool here. And what we're going to do is today we're going to create a new growth tool, and that's going to be the landing page. Now, again, this is just the names that ManyChat has. If you're using a different chatbot software, those names might be different, but the functionality would be the same. So let's go to our landing page growth tool. This works somewhat similar to what we had done in the past with the page takeover. The only difference would be when a user comes to the landing page, that's all they're going to see. So there's only going to be one call to action, and that's pretty much it. They're not going to see like a page takeover, which they can X out and still see more stuff. So whatever you put in here is all they're going to see. And let's see how that works. So we are going to show description. I clicked on the growth tool here. I clicked on new and selected the landing page widget, which is this one. And let's give this a name. We're going to call this uh, Learn Trello Basic Tool. And thank you for sticking around with me as I type through this. I never plan these. I usually like to fly off the cuff. So thank you for bearing with me while I do that. And I'm going to leave this description as is. You may have it. We're going to leave it as is. I think that's pretty witty. We're going to show with checkbox. Now with checkbox, I like that option better because it just is an additional thing for them to do, and it also lets you change the text on the box. So if I just say send to messenger, I'm unable to change this text or the call to action button. But if I do with checkbox, then I can change the call to action because down here it mentions messenger. So start course, and that's it for the landing page. Now we want to add an image, and I'm going to use this image right here, and we put this above the description. Alright, and I do want the button background to be blue, so that's good. Headline is good. Button text is good. The description I would like it to be a little darker gray. Let's pick this right here. Perfect. So this is just a demo of what you know that on a landing page there's going to be a lot more text than this. So play around with it. Whatever text you want to add, keep adding that. And that's it for this part. Let's move on to the next part, which is the submitted state. So once a user has excuse me, once the user has hit that submit button, or what was the button we called it, start course, you're going to show them a second message, and that's when it'll actually go to their messenger after that. Thank you for enrolling. Let's get started. And we're going to show the description here. You will receive daily lessons straight to your messenger. And then I don't like that background. Let's go with the white. Let's go with the button background blue. Keep it consistent. And that's something you hear a lot, right? Congruency, that your message should be congruent from even your Facebook ads. Someone goes to your Facebook ad, they click it, they go to your home page, everything's different, and that's usually where people drop off. So I like it to be congruent with what the first page was. We are going to skip the photo part here, and then opt-in action again. As soon as the user opts in, what would you like them to do? First, they will get a message here. We can change that message. So let's save this. Let's go to edit, and thank you for enrolling in the course. Your learning begins. I'm not the best copywriter. I actually really suck at copy, and I usually try to just learn from other people's landing pages and gain from their experience, especially the ones that are converting really good. You see some of these big names like Gary Vaynerchuk, you have Amy Porterfield, Rick Mulready. These guys have spent lots of money, right, to get those landing pages up, which means they have tested everything. You think about Neil Patel, Ramit Sethi, they have tested it. They have tested the traffic. They're constantly testing conversions. They're split testing their landing pages, what button works, what text works. So I just like to shamelessly steal from them and see if I can somehow reword that landing page to my niche. And that usually works pretty well because these guys have put in the money to test it. I obviously don't have the money to test that kind of stuff, so I can just learn from the ones who have tested it and implement it in my own niche. Now, that might not work in every niche, but you can read that copy and get a good idea of what they're trying to connect with. And the basic principle of good copy is hitting the pain points and then offering a solution. So, making someone aware of the problem first, right? Problem aware, then making them solution aware, then making them aware that you are the right solution, and then presenting them with that solution. So that's what I like to do with my copy. With Messenger, it's a lot different because you have small snippets of text. You don't have a long form sales page, so you have to get creative. So let's finish this. Your learning begins immediately. Happy learning. Let's put a smiley face here. And this is another thing where you can, and we've all seen those exit pop-ups, right, where you're about to leave a page and they hit you with an exit pop, and sometimes they tug on your heartstrings. They're like, click here if you want your free report, or click here if you don't like free leads. So it's almost like double positive, where you feel guilty by clicking there. So I'm going to say, if you ever want to unsubscribe, just type I hate you. That might be a little strong, but you get the gist. Put something in there that they might really feel bad if they try to unsubscribe. Okay, so that's the opt-in message. We're going to publish it, and let's go back here to the growth tool. So we are on the opt-in action. So once they get the message, what's the next step? Next step is we're going to subscribe them to a sequence, which is our demo sequence, and then the setup. Now this is where this is the URL. Basically, you don't set this up on your own page, you get the landing page URL, hence it's called a landing page. So you just copy this to clipboard, and this is how you would just put it. You just put it in your Facebook ad or give it to someone who wants to come and subscribe to your course. They would come straight to your landing page. I know it kind of doesn't look nice. The idea is to drive traffic here. Remember, they're most likely on their mobile device. So aesthetics is not really that important. The message to market is important. Why are they going to subscribe to your bot? What is it? What is in it for them? And that's what you have to remember. One thing to know here is you're getting this for pretty much free, because first 500 subscribers you get all these tools for free. So if you don't have a landing page builder, you have, maybe you have a great product but you don't have the money to create a landing page, or maybe it's just not your technical wheelhouse, you don't want to invest in it, this is a free option for you to get a landing page and a URL. Now, it might be challenging to get this URL through Facebook ads because they like to see your own URL, but if you're promoting this within Facebook groups or some forums in your own industry niche, then it could work. Again, it's all about the mobile experience, not, yes, it's good to see a pretty landing page with all the bells and whistles, but if it's not converting, it's no good. So that was really it for the landing page. As you can see, it's now active, and I can just share this link with anyone, and then if they hit the start course, I'm already logged. They'll see the submitted state, and then if they want to view it in Messenger, I'm already logged in into Messenger. So let's continue and see what happens. I should get that first welcome message. Thank you for enrolling in the course. Your learning begins immediately. If you ever want to unsubscribe, just type back I hate you. So I want to show you how that unsubscribe works. I don't think I have it set up with these keywords, so it's probably not going to work. Right, I don't have this keyword set up. Even though I set it here, I need to go back into ManyChat and set it up as a keyword that if someone types in this keyword, take this specific action, which in this case would be unsubscribe. So let's go and set that up. I'm going to go to my automation. Sure, no, let's hit save. Let's go to automation, keywords. We're going to add a new rule, and this is going to say when you get the words I hate you, take an action. And so what are we going to do here? We're going to unsubscribe from bot. Done. So now it should work. Let me refresh this page. I don't think it matters. I just am in the habit of refreshing everything. It's just my learn something on my day job, because I do a lot of testing in my day job, so I'm used to just constantly hitting refresh or incognito. So let's try this now. Now that we have the keyword set, it should take it. I might have to delete this conversation altogether and start fresh to see if that works. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's working, so let me delete this conversation. Let's go here again. Let's view in Messenger. Actually, let me go back here for a second. So let's go to our growth tools. This is the one. Setup. Okay, this is how it looks like. Let's start the course, viewed in Messenger. And now let's see if we get that unsubscribe option, and then if I reply back with I hate you. Doesn't look like it's working. I must have done something wrong on this end. for it not to work. So let me go back to my automation keywords. Looks like I think I did everything right. Unsubscribe from bot. I don't see what I might have done wrong. So let me give this one final attempt and open this in incognito, my good friend, and see if that maybe fixes something. So we were, let's get my link. Sorry if I'm jumping around too quick. I just want to test this real quick because I don't want to waste your time while I'm testing things. So let's try this in incognito one more time. If it doesn't work, I will have to find what the bug is and report back to you. All right, let me put my 6-digit code in. I will be back shortly. All right, we are back. So I was able to put my 6-digit code in that I get from the Facebook app. If you don't have your two-step authentication set up, I recommend you do that. So let's see. Welcome. Thank you for enrolling. All right, this is going to be our last ditch effort. If this doesn't work, I am going to find out why it's not working. So what I do want to show you is what happens if I type in stop. Now this one did not work. I will do some research and update this video later to let you know why it didn't work. Stop did work. So your users do get a final message asking, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Because maybe they just, they could have typed anything, and if they did type the correct keyword that triggers an action, you want to give them one last attempt to make sure they really want to unsubscribe. And this is really how email marketing works too. They get an email, there is an unsubscribe button at the bottom. If they click it, usually they are taken to a page where they need to confirm their unsubscription. So we are going to say yes, and that should do it. You have successfully unsubscribed. Use start to subscribe again, and then there is this button here if they do want to start back their subscription. Okay, so that's it for the landing page tool. A couple of things I want to show you again in ManyChat is the engage section. So within email marketing, we are used to setting up autoresponders and also sending out campaigns. I am guilty of sending a lot of campaigns because I usually am scrambling last minute. Oh my god, I have a webinar coming tomorrow. I have 500 people on my list and nobody has signed up for the webinar. Let's send them another campaign, which isn't the right way to do it. I am quickly learning that because you get a lot more unsubscribes from it than you get registrations. Um, ManyChat does have the similar feature called broadcasting, which you can find in the engage section. So let's take a look. Within engage, you can either do broadcast or you can auto post. And auto post is, let's go through both of these. So first we're going to go through broadcast. Let's create a new broadcast, and I can just type anything here, and then I like my quick reply buttons, yes, and also no. And this time we're going to give our users a few more options. We're going to give them maybe, or final option, you tell me. So these are 4 different buttons. Each one of them will perform a very specific action, and this is what it would look like in Messenger. So let me put a reply in here. So create a new reply. Okay, thank you. I'm just going to copy and paste this in every one of them because I don't want to, again, I don't want to waste your time, have you watch me go through this. You can do this, I'm sure, on your own time and probably come up with better responses than I'm doing right now. But the idea is not to craft a perfect sequence, rather to show you the power of ManyChat and what it can do for you and your subscribers. Okay, so we have the 4 buttons all set. And the beauty of quick reply buttons, just to remind you again, is when a user selects any one of these options, the others disappear. So that would be the time you would want to use this versus using it. Let me try to do this. I don't think I can move the box down. So the idea here is you don't want to give them those persistent buttons, and also these buttons usually float, so till someone takes an action they're going to stay there at the bottom of your screen. And how that looks like is if I just copy this message, keep pasting it down here at the bottom, when it hits the end, they will see those buttons down there until your user makes a selection. Those buttons will stay there. I love that. So we have the buttons set up, we have the message set up. Now in the settings, you can select who you want to broadcast this to, and you have three options. One is the subscription broadcast, where you cannot promote anything. It's just telling someone that, thank you for your subscription. We are happy to have you here. Feel free to type this message if you would like to continue receiving messages from us. Then you have a promotional broadcast, which you can only send to subscribers that have been active with your chatbot in the past 24 hours. And I believe ManyChat automatically does this. You don't have to change any parameters, and you can see that in the top right corner here. It says this promotional broadcast will be sent to 2 users because those 2 users were active within the past 24 hours. Now, if I click on the subscription broadcast, it says it's going to go to 8 users. And if I go to click on follow-up broadcast, it's going to go to 6 users. So as you make your selection, ManyChat will automatically change the number of users it's going to go out to. So after the end of the 24-hour window, you have an ability to send one follow-up message to these recipients. This is almost like cart abandonment, and you guys might have noticed this or experienced it yourself. When you do a cart abandonment, sometimes you still get an email, which is called a transactional email, where you have you tried to purchase something, you left it in your cart, and you abandon it. Uh, Most e-commerce stores do have the permission to send you up to 3 transactional emails, which is essentially just reminding you, hey, you forgot something in your cart, please come back and buy it. But after those 3 messages, they cannot put you in a mailing list, because that's against CAN-SPAM, but they can send you those 3 transactional messages. So it sounds like this is something similar to that with the follow-up broadcast. After that, you won't be able to send them ads or promotional messages until they interact with you again. So I'm going to keep it at promotional broadcast. And then you can also target this further by using the tags. So you can say which, you can either say, okay, which tag, if there is a tag on that user, or if they opted into a particular widget, or if they're part of a subscription sequence. So let's say I can say if they are in the demo sequence, then send them the message. And also if the opt-in widget was page takeover. So you can keep adding these conditions, and as you change those conditions, your users up top here will start changing as well. So let's see if I change this to my free course. No one fits that criteria because no one in my free course is also has not been active in the past 24 hours, so I can't send it to anyone. And then you can either schedule it for now or you can schedule it for later. So let's schedule this for, I don't want to send it in the middle of the night. And then the best part here is you can send this few different ways, which is awesome. So first is the regular push notification, where if they have their sound on, they will hear the sound, they'll see the little one message on their messenger. uh, ManyChat suggests that you use this only for important messages, especially if it's going to make a sound on their end. You can send one notification, so this broadcast will trigger only one regular notification, and the rest of the notifications that go after this will go in silent mode. And again, this is great for times when you have 2+ messages in your broadcast but don't want to send too many notifications. Same thing here. It'll send notification for the first two messages. Silent push is what I like, where it'll display the phone notification without the sound, because I'd never want to bother anyone. You don't know where they are, what they're doing, and you definitely don't want the sound to go off. So that's the one I like to use. And then the last one is complete silence. They will not display any notifications. Use it for silently sending content updates. This could also be a great way to communicate with your subscribers without intruding their privacy. So you're still sending them the messages, and if they're like me, they get Facebook Messenger messages all the time. If they're anything like you, me, we are always on the Facebook Messenger, so they will see your message. You just don't want them to whip out the phone out of their pocket just for your message, because maybe that's not what they really wanted to hear today, and that might trigger something and piss them off, and now they're going to send back stop or I hate you, and they're not going to want to receive any more messages from you, where you might all you might be trying to do is educate them or help them with their course or whatever it is that they signed up for. So I like the silent push, and then once you hit the schedule message, which we are not going to do right now, it schedules that message. Now what I am going to do this is I'm going to hit the preview button, and you need to opt in to be able to preview. Press the button below, yes. So now it's going to send this preview to my messenger, which is right here. I heard the beep, but I don't see the message. And let me just delete this. And this is the part about ManyChat or any software that you're using. You got to keep testing it, keep testing before you push it out live, because sometimes it just doesn't work. So I need to log in again. Okay, send to messenger. Alright, looks like it's coming in, but not the way I expected. The good news is it does show us on the right side here what it's going to look like. So let me go back to next. Let's see if I hit preview here, what happens. Okay, it's the same thing till I actually schedule this message, and I don't want to schedule it, so we are going to skip that part. I would suggest you have one person sign up to your demo sequence that's just you, and that way you don't have to worry about sending it to someone else, and you test it out. So that's the broadcasting feature. The next one is auto posting. This one is great if you have a RSS feed or a blog. You can connect that blog right into ManyChat, and anytime you post a new blog topic or a new RSS feed, it will automatically send out to all your subscribers. So let's go to that one. I'm going to delete this scheduled message, delete this one, and let's go to auto posting. Now auto posting, if you hover over this little help text here, it tells you what it's about, and you can just click on new channel. You can connect any channel that you have. I don't have any channels connected right now because I don't have a blog, I don't have an RSS feed, but if I did, I'd be sure to connect it, so that anytime I have a new update that goes out to my subscribers, I don't have to sit and send broadcasts. And that's where the power comes in. I love this tool. I hope you guys get a lot out of this. So we have covered so far. Let's go back at the start. We have covered active subscribers. This is your dashboard, and then your audience is everyone in your subscriber list, their name and their status and how they subscribed. So if I click on any one of them, it tells me what sequence they subscribed to and where they came in from, the opt-in form, and if there were any custom fields, they would show me that custom fields as well. And then you have live chat. This is where you can actually talk to your subscribers right from within ManyChat. And then we have the growth tools, which we covered already. There's a bunch of growth tools in here. When I start running Facebook ads straight to Messenger, I'm going to document that and show you guys how it works. So stay tuned for that. And then we have the engage feature, which is broadcast and auto posting, and the automation features where you have your main menu, your default reply when someone subscribes to your bot, what's the first message that goes out. Sorry, this is actually the default message is when someone types in straight to your bot, hey, what's going on, they'll always get this default reply. So when your bot doesn't know what to reply back, it's going to fall back to that default. What's happening? So if I reply with this, the bot doesn't know what to reply back, and it's just going to send me the default reply. And then the welcome message is when someone subscribes to your bot. Now I'm not going to get this message back because remember I have unsubscribed from the bot. So I need to resubscribe back to be able to start getting these messages again. I think the word to resubscribe was start. Yep, bingo. So now I can say what's happening, and I'll most likely get the default reply back because again the bot doesn't know what I'm trying to ask him, her, bot. And then you have your welcome messages. This is the first message that your subscribers will see as soon as they subscribe to a sequence. Then you have your keywords. So if any of these keywords are typed, what's the action that should happen? So for example, I have a keyword here, free course. If anyone replies back with the word free course, they will be subscribed to the operation course. So this doesn't seem to be working for me. Oh, I guess it's working now. So now I'm subscribed to the free course, and if I go back in here, go to the audience dashboard, go to my name, you will see that I'm subscribed to the operations course, and these are all the opt-in forms that I'm subscribed to, all the tags that are on me. So all that information you can find here. And then in the set, so that's all part of automation. Sequences are all your automation sequences. So we have the operation sequence where your course will be delivered on a drip sequence, and you can when you're creating your course sequence, I know some people like the drip option, some people like to binge watch. um, I like to give my users that option. So if you like to do that, what you could do is you can have a couple of buttons in within your response. Here's your lesson one, right? And then 1 hour later, you can send another message. Hope you enjoyed. Are you ready for lesson two? If they tap yes, then you can deliver it right away. If they tap no, then you can leave them in the sequence and deliver it on the scheduled time, maybe a day later, maybe 2 days later. So you see the power of how you can change their preferences, and you can let the users decide that. Give them the power. Don't handicap them with a drip sequence if they want to binge watch it, right? That's just my philosophy. I know I don't want you to subscribe to mine. That's just the way I'm thinking, and that's how I would like to be treated. And then the next option is settings. So in this, you can have your greetings text. This text is shown to your users before they start an interaction with your bot. See how it looks, and it would actually show up right here. So let's type something, and welcome to Let's Rock the Hotel. My name is Rockbot, and I will be your digital assistant. Thank you for hanging in with me for today. How may I help you? Actually, I want to remove that because I don't want to put an open-ended question when we haven't programmed the bot to handle that open-ended question yet. So let's put our smiley face in, hit the save button, Card URL shortener, I leave this on because if it says if it's disabled, we won't be able to provide you the click-through rates, and we want our click-through rates. And then if you want to refresh your Facebook permissions, you can do that. If you want to disable a bot ever, this is where you would do it. Live chat, so here you can decide how that live chat should be interacted. Any message starts a conversation, or whether a conversation should be opened explicitly, which means that the person on the other end is going to open that conversation. Notifications, you can set notifications on how you would like to be notified. In the pro version, you can also be notified by messenger and email. And then custom fields, I had one called date, time of day. You can create a new custom field. I believe that's a standard feature, and then you can decide the name of the field, what kind of field it's going to be. Text, number, date and time, and boolean is basically a true or false. So uh, gender, and then we can type in the options here. I believe that's how it works. I've never tried it, so give it a shot, play around with it. This is the internet, you're not going to break anything. And then you have your admin section, which shows you who the admins are, and then finally the billing section. It shows you what plan you're on, your next billing date, and you can cancel your subscriptions here or upgrade if you wanted to. And that's it for ManyChat, guys. Please hit me back, let me know what you thought about this, whether you would like to continue receiving these videos, or if I suck at it, let me know. Give it to me straight. I just want to help you. I want to help my entrepreneur community, my educators out there. I am on the same path as you. I have it has taken my wife and I over a year to create a course, and within that 1 year I have learned a lot of different softwares, and I want to just put the knowledge out there because I know that I am lucky enough to be a little technically savvy, not too much, but I have a knack for getting technology, and that's my day job. I work as a business analyst, and I'm also an administrator for a software called Salesforce.com. So I get it, and I want to share it with you so that you can implement it and you can see the growth. I am not there yet. As you can see, I don't have many subscribers, but I have learned the tools. So hopefully you and I can grow together. And if there's anything, shoot me a comment, write me an email. You can go to my channels. This is primarily going to be on YouTube. It's all going to be free. So take that knowledge, apply it to your course, your online empire, whatever it is that you're building. Hopefully it works, and then just write back to me and tell me how it worked for you. A little bit of show and tell. All right, guys, take care. I'll be back with another video soon. We're going to dive into some different topics, anything from how to use Teachable to Thinkific to ManyChat to Demeo, which is a webinar software. My next topic, it's pretty cool. It's going to be how to use Gleam, which is a software we use for running competitions. So when someone lands on your thank you page, you want to show them maybe a contest to log in. They can take part in that contest and then share it, and that creates that virality, right? So people are sharing stuff, and we're going to dive into that next. So stay tuned for that. And again, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day.